everyone, welcome to Little Way Homestead. Chiara and I wanted to show you what we've been working on in the kitchen. It's fall now, and fall is a wonderful, wonderful time to make soup. And soup is like one of my favorite things to make, so I'm so happy that we're in fall because we get to make soup. And soup is really forgiving, and that's why I like it, I think, because you can throw just about anything in it and make it taste good. So what did we make?
Roasted cauliflower soup.
We made roasted cauliflower soup. And here is our roasted cauliflower soup boiling. Chiara and I are using one of the cauliflowers from the garden, and we are making roasted cauliflower soup. It's really easy. You just cut up some of the cauliflower, pour some oil, and we're gonna do some salt on there as well. And there's some salt, just a little bit of salt, and we're going to go to 425 and we're going to roast them. So Chiara is going to wash about 4 stalks of celery, and she's got 6 carrots to shave. She's going to cut those up, so we're going to get all the chopping stuff together. So we're going to chop up some onion, some carrot, and some celery. We got to 425. We are putting the cauliflower in the oven to roast it. And while that's roasting, Chiara's been chopping. We got some onion, some celery, and she's shaving some carrot here. And she's going to cut it up to be ready to put in our pot. So we're going to add butter to the pot, and then we're going to cut up some uncooked bacon, and we're going to cook it in the pot. We are adding 4 tablespoons of butter. We're going to melt the butter, and then we're going to put in chopped up bacon. Butter is almost melted too, so perfect. By the time I finish cutting, everything will be melted and ready. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You can do it any size you want. But I tell you, it's really tasty soup. So something you can use with your cauliflower that you're growing in your gardens. That's the thing, like people grow things and they don't know what to do with them. So this is one thing we do. Another thing we do with our cauliflower is we freeze it. And then you can just roast up vegetables in the winter. And we're ready to throw this bacon in. Butter has basically melted. There we go. Right now we are going to add our onions. So it's 1 onion, it's about 5 to 6 carrots, 4 celeries, and you want to cook the bacon for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then we're going to add now the carrots and the bacon to the bacon and the celery. So we're adding the carrots and celery and onions to the bacon that's been cooking for about 5 to 7 minutes. And now I basically want to cook until the onions are translucent. After the onions are translucent, we're going to add the potatoes. And okay, so we're going to also add garlic to the recipe, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add more garlic if you want it to be more garlicky. So a really easy way of peeling garlic, instead of trying to get this all off like this, it doesn't peel off so easy. This one's actually peeling off fine, but it's hard to get the rest of it off. So what I do is, really nice trick, is I take a knife that's about flat like that, 1 inch, and I squish it, the garlic, and it peels right off, and you're ready to cut it. And it doesn't matter if it's smashed already because you're gonna cut it up anyway. Cauliflower is basically done and roasted, so we're going to pull that out. Chiara is finishing peeling potatoes. We put a few potatoes in already. We're just gonna finish cutting up the potatoes.
Oh,
and putting them in while Chiara's finishing the potatoes, I'm just gonna put about a teaspoon of salt. You can put about 2. I want to do more if your bacon is already salty, and our bacon is salty. And bay leaf. I'm not sure what a bay leaf is. It looks like this. And it's not the leaves from the regular tree, it's from a bay leaf tree. So I'm putting 2 in because that's a small one. I actually might put a 3rd one in. If you have one big one, that's great. I don't. I have all these little teeny tiny ones. So I'm going to put 3 in there. Stir that up. And then we will put in our roasted cauliflower. One other spice I like to use in this soup too is thyme. I'm going to put about a little, like about a half a teaspoon. Sometimes the kids don't like the taste of the thyme, but you don't really taste it too much. It just makes it perfect. So I enjoy it. Flavors. Fall flavors. What a nice fall looking soup. Nice orange, yellow colors, brown. And the last potato, Chiara's gonna stick in the soup. I'm sticking it in? Yeah, stick it in the last. Our last potato. Okay, we'll just mix that up. Let that cook for about a minute, and then we will add the cauliflower. Chiara's adding the cauliflower. And the last thing after the cauliflower is going to be our bone broth, and we have about 2 quarts, which is 4 cups of bone broth defrosting right now. So we'll get that in there. And she's sneaking a cauliflower. That tastes so good, right? I snuck one too. So we'll stir it up. So we basically just have this on low. When I was cooking the bacon, I had it at about 4 almost. And then I lowered it down to a 2 in between the low and the 2. Perfect. So here I have some light broth that we made. I think Michael made this one, chicken broth, which eventually I'll have a video on chicken broth, but everybody has videos on chicken broth. So it's still frozen. I didn't think I was gonna make this soup. I thought I was gonna freeze cauliflower, and then I realized we had some bacon, and I thought it was the perfect time to make cauliflower soup. So some of it's already been. So I'm just gonna pour that in. You can put it in frozen because the soup will cook it all down. So I just gotta chop it up a little bit to break it. So it's pretty soft, so that's not a big issue. And I'll just kind of trust the knife, and it'll all melt even faster in the soup, and it'll be fine. So you can use chicken broth, vegetable broth. I choose to use chicken because I have it. Okay, so I got all of the chicken broth out, and as you can see, it's still iced. So I'm gonna turn up the heat a tiny bit to like between probably just a 4, and let it melt it all down. It's already really melting and doing great. Then I let it sit for a good while. Oh, Joseph, those are absolutely beautiful. You picked those for me? Aw, that's gorgeous. Thank you. I have a vase up here. The recipe for our soup calls for milk, a cup of milk, but I don't have any milk. We just finished it today. And so instead of milk, I will use organic sour cream. So we'll just use the rest of the sour cream. It's about almost a cup. So I'm just gonna dump this all in here, stir it up, and then I'm gonna let the whole thing cook. Yes. There we go. Michael always says sour cream tastes better than milk in soups anyway. My husband is an amazing cook. He's much better than me. I like to cook. He loves to cook when he can. I mean, I love to cook too. He doesn't follow any recipes. He just makes his own up. And then when you ask him, hey, this is so good, I hope you wrote down the recipe, he has no idea how he made it. Just mix it up. And we're going to let this cook until the potatoes are done. And then we will blend it all up. Okay, the soup has been cooking for about a half hour and the half hour, 40 minutes, and the potatoes are soft. So the way I tell is just by taking my spoon and pushing through. If I can push through, then it's basically ready. So there we go. We're ready to blend up the soup. Before I blend up the soup, I just take out the bay leaves. So I find the bay leaves and I take them out. I have this immersion blender. It's one of my favorite things to have in the kitchen. So if you don't have an immersion blender, it changes your life. My friend Sarah Maple told me about it when I first got married, and it really changed my life. I used to blend everything into a blender, and that was really difficult. But an immersion blender, you just stick into your hot soup, right up here. Can you come up? And you just go down low and turn on. And you just push, and everything blends right in the pot. When you blend everything together, the tastes are amazing. Ooh, I missed one bay leaf. Look at that. So hot. Pongo wants to be in the video too. He smells the bacon. Oh yeah, he's singing for the bacon. Here is our roasted cauliflower soup, and we hope you enjoyed learning on how to make roasted cauliflower soup, and that maybe you will try it, and put a comment down if you do. Let us know how you liked it. Thanks for watching.
Like and subscribe. Now he's on. Like and subscribe.